Hello, this is Johnny. I went to look at the video in YouTube, and I couldn't find anybody that actually opened up and talk about the Numskull cabinet. So I have it laid down with face down, and I want to go ahead and open this up and check it out. But I noticed that it was hard to open this because they use a special tool where this thing right here, using this a little bit like a star, have a little point inside, and see if I can focus this. And it is a T10 connection. It's almost like the one you see in the what you call it, the iCAD cabinet, but they use the T8, and this one used the T10. So this is the tool that you need. Here is labeled VTH10, but it's actually just called T10. Okay, and it have a little pointy inside. A little metal is pointy. Well, no, this one just have a hole, but the thing have a little pointy thing inside. Okay, see a little pointy metal inside. So this little hole will go into here, okay, and to able to turn it. So it cannot be a solid, it have to have a hole. And let me see, this is at 1 2 3 4 5 6 star. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 of this are little, and then you have to have a hole. And so it's a T10. So if you want to open this up, you need to get a special special tool so you can open this up. Okay, so that's one. Lucky I do have one, so I was able to open this up. All right, so let's go and talk about the cabinet, what is inside, and what it look like. So what I'm gonna do is lift this up and just pull right here. Let me show you like this. So once you open it up, you just put your finger here and just pull back. Okay, that's it, just pull back. All right, and there's nothing attached to it. Okay, there's nothing attached to it. So let me put it down and let me lift this up. It's easier to see when it's laid down, so that's the reason I lay it down so we could record this. Okay, now this is the main system board. And so based on looking at this, let's look at the very top, how they did the LED light. The LED light, it looked like that the speaker is sitting right on the LED light. Let me get a long pen or something. The LED light, it looked like is similar to the one I used for the USB that for my arcade mini. It's like a USB where you one end you plug into the computer and it's bendable, and then you could shine a light onto its LED light. And so what they did is they pretty much put that board there, and with the positive and negative plug into it, and the yellow and black is for the speaker that sit right on top right on top of the monitor, so the sound is coming out from that speaker. Okay, so that's pretty simple things you could do. If you want to use this for Raspberry Pi, those two are easy to mod it, because that's it. It's just a plain little cable that you plug this yellow and black into the the speaker amplifier, and so you're gonna have one side that has speaker. So if you want to, you have to add two of them to get the full surrounded sound. So let's look at this here now. Okay, and the way this thing is made, it's pretty easy if you wanted to mod it, because let me go get a long. I think this still will work. Okay, so this one is the speaker, and this one is the LED light. That's pretty much it. Pretty simple. Okay, and then here is the connection for the front, so you have 2-button controller, and so you could easily let me see this, 1 2 3 3 cable. Okay, so you could easily use those cable for plug into a controller. Okay, so this one is an individual controller, and that one is an individual controller that lets you do the 1-player and 2-player. Okay, so that card could be used too for if you want to do Raspberry Pi. And then here is the screen. Now I don't know, they put a tape over it. Oh, here's the connection. Let's see, it's a key. Okay, this is the keyboard B. It's a key A, ground, and keyboard B. And this one is for the controller, for the left, right, down stuff. So this is a controller connection. Okay, so let me see if I can zoom this so you can see exactly what I'm seeing. All right, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty easy. It looks like it's pretty easy to mod. And then this is the controller. And so if you want, you could rewire those because it's a left, ground. So it got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So 8 lines. So if you count it, let me see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So exactly 8 lines. So you could take those and you could plug it into a Raspberry, like a controller, the PC board controller, you know, and change it to the cable, and you could plug that easily to a Raspberry Pi. Now, not plug it into Raspberry Pi, plug into like a, well, here's a Raspberry Pi. Okay, here's a Raspberry Pi 3B plus. You could plug it into the pin and code it with the GPI pin, but I rather use a special USB adapter, and then you could just plug into the USB, adapter, and then do it from that way. Okay, now this thing is pretty dusty. It has dust everywhere inside. Apparently they didn't clean it. Okay, so let's look at so this one is a speaker plus, and then there's a speaker minus, but it's only one speaker. And then this is LED for the black and orange. It's the LED, set LED light. So the orange and black are actually for the speaker, these two. Okay, so let me zoom back out. So these two are for the speaker that going up, and the yellow and black is actually the light. Okay, so yellow and black is for the speaker. Orange and black is for the LED light. And over here, let's see what this one. Okay, those are for different like power switches that is tied into back here. Can't really see those back there, but those are actually for the one at the very bottom here, the volume control and the reset button, no, the battery light, sorry, and then the micro USB and the power. So that's what those are for. Okay, and so if you are using your Raspberry Pi, you will have the cable that come in here. And then you might want to buy another cable that you could insert the SD card directly from here, instead of have to open up and change your SD card. There's a special cable that you could buy that you extended the SD card to over here, then you could plug the SD card here instead. And then the volume control is controlling the value of the system. You could add that in using the amplifier. If you purchase one of those amplifiers, it won't be the sliding one, it will be the turning one, circle one. So, and then there's a power switch. Okay, now the battery they're using is the same as the one they use for the one called the RS07 for the China Getaway Arcade. See the blue, those blue one. Okay, and you could actually take the screw out and then replace it. So it's easy to replace the battery if your battery charging is not good no more. You could go ahead and buy those and replace the battery if this thing ever go bad. So this is good because then you don't have to worry about the system ever need a replacement. You're able to replace that cable right there. I mean that battery. See that? So you have to take the plastic cover off so you could take the battery out and replace the battery. Okay? I don't know. Yeah, using it looks like using the Phillips screw, the silver one, you see? See if I can zoom in and see it clear. Yeah, it's a Phillips screwdriver. Why those? One. And there's another one over here, 2 and 3. So 1, 2, 3. So you can take those 3 out, then you can replace that. Okay, see, and all those are just plug in, so you can unplug those and then you can take the panel out, the black panel. See, they all plug in. They're not hard soldered into the system. Okay, so it looked pretty good. I mean, for the way they built this, is they built it where it's easy to change things and to replace things. And so this is for the coin button, where you have coin number 1, number 2, and you can easily make that to a select and a star, a select and star button. And then you take those wire and then plug it into star and select button. Okay, but you have to figure out which 2 pair that you want to do that. And then those the button 1 and 2. So you could actually create more button and add an extra button onto the sides to give yourself more button. Because right now there's only 2 buttons right there. Well, let me see, is that button, or that's the screw that hold the, it seems like they hold the button together. Can't really see that. So that white thing is the holding the button that is touching this thing right here. Okay, so if you add another piece over here, you could add another 2 more button to it, make a 4 button. So you could actually solder like using the Street Fighter 2 from New Toys Wave. They sell it for $14. You could take those apart and add joystick button to here. Okay, and then this place you could put a Raspberry Pi. Now the question is, what kind of monitor adapter you have? That's the biggest thing. If you want to use the same monitor, that's the question. Is like, okay, what kind of adapter that I need to able to make this to a Raspberry Pi? And let's zoom in here so you see the board and everything. Okay, I'll zoom in already. All right. So it is a 40 pin. Good news. I saw it. So you can move this up a little bit. You see that down there? Say 40. 40 pin. So this monitor is a 40 pin monitor. So if you have a converter that support the 40 pin, then you could able to use the same monitor. And the monitor is just a TFT. So if you want to buy your own, like a video card adapter that come with the IPS monitor, you could just replace that instead of using theirs. Because this is just a TFT screen. It's like a $20-$30 screen. It's not that expensive. It's only a 4.3 inches. It's the same like the one retro arcade called the RS07. Okay, the first one, not the AIWO, not that one. That one's a 7 inches. This one's a 40 pin, so it's the same kind of monitor, So actually, I could actually take one of my Arcade RS07, use the same monitor and the converter that the guy built for me that I modded for Raspberry Pi, use all that and bring it over here and use that. And there's a monitor right there, the silver one. So you just take the screw out, Phillips screw, take 1, 2, 3, 4 screw right there. Let me zoom back out. You take that 1, 2, 3, 4, and you could take this one out, and the monitor is sitting right there, okay, with this connection. They put a tape on it so it won't come up, it won't like you accidentally pull the thing. This is very fragile, easy to break, so you want to be careful on that. So can this be modded to a Raspberry Pi? Yes, it could be done easily. The thing is much easier. You got more room to work with than you do with the one called the new Toys Wave. Those screens are, I think, a lot smaller than this one. I think those are only 4 inches. So this one is actually not that big. It's only 4.3. It's not really a 5-inch screen. It's a 4.3, and the one built by the New Wave Toys, they are actually 4-inch screen, I believe, or 3.5. No, let me take that back. I think the diagonal is 3.5, and this one is 4.3 inch screen. Okay. All right. So just let you guys see it. This joystick can be reused. That's good. You could use it onto the USB adapter for Raspberry Pi. And so you could mount the Pi over here, use the put a special video card adapter, plug it in, and convert it into HDMI, and then you're good to go. Yeah. So let's bring this back up. Let me move this back. All right, and stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to go ahead and do a firmware update and see if I could increase more life, because this one only had 3 life and the sound is a little bit choppy, but not as bad as some other people complain. But what I was saying is that you could add this is 2 button here. You could add another 2 button here, okay? And if you prefer the Street Fighter Arcade, you could actually replace this and put a Street Fighter Arcade, you know, and then you might have to drill the hole a little bit bigger so you could fit the Street Fighter joystick, and then you can have 4 button here. You could put you actually could fit all the button here. That could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 button, and then you could use a Street Fighter, and then you could still use the select and start button here. And here, I don't know, if you could, I don't know, just leave it like that, I guess. But yeah, you could it will be very crunchy unless you redo this whole wood and move this over here, and then you could add your button more here, you know, 3 button, 4 button here, using the arcade one up. So that might work. So the button size is about the same. So you can actually put this thing right on top of here. See, the joystick is in the right spot. The joystick is right in the right spot, and then your stick will be over here. So it exactly fit. The position will be wrong on this part. And then you put it right on top, right here. See. So you can actually open a hole here, put a different picture on it, and then stuck it in here, and there's your joystick. It's like the measure with the joystick part is in the same spot. And you could put joystick here, place. Or you could center it in the middle if you prefer. You know. But I just give you guys some idea. Those of you who's interested in modding this thing, if I was to mod it, I probably will cut my own wood, make my own wood. I probably will not make it this long. I will probably take this out, move the picture up, and make it shorter so I don't have to stand up and play this. Because this thing, if you sit on the table, you have to stand up to play this. So that's one thing I don't like about this, is way too long. Because arcade is made for arcade, meaning it's big. It's for standing up. And if you copy the arcade, which is not good because you can't really sit down and play this, you know. And I'm glad they moved this in the middle, because otherwise your hand would be hitting this piece, you know, where you can't really play it. Then you have to put your hand here. You know, I rather prefer sitting here, which I have a hand resting. So got a resting point, and then I could just, you know, play. Or I could just play over here. So they have this 45 degrees slanted, which is I like. And this is also straight 40 line, you know. You can see it, like you see straight. And the arcade 1-up should have made the cabinet like that, because the arcade look better and play better. You look down, you know, instead of, you know, looking like this, looking up, you know. So, all right, and then this is just, the top is just for design. The screw doesn't really, I don't think really do anything. It's just a screw. Well, actually, you could take, yeah, you could take this out and change the plate by taking those screws out. All right, thank you for watching, and just break it down. So you guys who were asking me those questions, like, can this be modded to Raspberry Pi? Yes, it could. It's much easier, and it could be done easily done with modding this to arcade. Am I going to do it? I don't know. I got a lot of stuff that I want to do. I want to finish all my arcade 1-up that I haven't finished yet, and I'm getting stuck with the stupid Virtual Man image, meaning that I put a different hard drive and it still have issue. I put in the 4 terabyte. It doesn't like the 4 terabyte. I have to probably go buy a 2 terabyte. So those of you who are trying to put a hard drive, don't go get a 4 terabyte, or actually mine was an 8 terabyte. And when I burn the image and do exactly what they say, it doesn't work. It boot up, it still doesn't see the hard drive. And so now I format it with the operating system on top of the hard drive, boot up from a 8 gigabyte SD card. It see it, but I can't increase the 8 terabyte space, because the Raspberry Pi do not support the terabyte. It only support SD card, so it does not increase the unused space. So I'm stuck with still 512 gigabyte instead of terabyte. So I'm working on that, try to get that to work. If I can get that to work, I'll show you guys how I do it. All right, talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.